Vangamuttu. That is what we call a tip-tap hit. The Ahmedabad Defenders are back and how? How about that from Kochi? Wow! That's good. That is good from Kochi. The powerhouse of the Ahmedabad Defenders takes on the Kochi Blue Spikers, who've had a hapless campaign. Their hopes of making it through the semi-finals are pretty much over. This is match number 33, only one game tonight. Coming to you live from the GMC Balayogi Indoor Stadium in Hyderabad. We are approaching the business end. The semi-finals loading soon. Ahmedabad have made it through the third team. You have that Q next to their name. And the lady to my left also has a Q next to her name. She's now known as Queen Kalavati, and to her left is the lovely Lallan, newly christened two wonderful friends, one from Germany, the other from England. I've been told that your Instagram mentions or your Instagram DMs have been buzzing because of the lovely outfits you guys wore last night. Is that true?
Yeah, it's been lovely yesterday night to wear the zari. Like, I'm still fascinated. And my friends at home, they were a little worried if they ever see me again. So probably I will stay in India.
Is it true that you bought a house in Kerala already?
Yes, I did. Because it's beach volleyball, it's beach, I like the south, so yes.
And lots of volleyball players as well?
For sure.
What about you?
I've had everyone in my DMs. David Beckham, Sachin Tendulkar, Shreya Ghoshal in there, just all saying how good it was, and yeah, there you go. No one ever comes in my DMs. I'm not that popular, unfortunately, but it was amazing, and I look forward to getting dressed up again in a little while as well.
I think these two will be paying some excess baggage because of the number of kurtas and saris they'll be carrying back home for their friends. The one man that will not be in action. He carried the hopes of his team. Unfortunately, they haven't made it. The Chennai Blitz, sadly, got knocked out last night. Louis and Carla, for me, it's unimaginable to have a PVL playoff without Jabaz Jerome from the right, the number 12, a very bankable star, and to not have him in the playoffs is a bit of a shocker, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a big shocker, especially Perotto as well, Samir. I mean, they had a couple of early knocks, and that set them back. I thought they played really well last night, to be honest. I thought Mumbai were just very well organised on Jerome, stopped him nicely, but I think they just missed out in a couple of games early on, a couple of poor results, and then they're always playing catch-up. Yeah. And I can't believe it either. JV's out.
Yeah, it's perhaps one of the biggest shockers of this season. Perhaps a lesson in there that this is a team sport. It's not about individual stars. You may have the best attacker in the world, but if the other pieces don't fall in place, your team may end up losing. That's exactly what's happened to Chennai.
Yeah, and it's about the little things. Also, yesterday we saw just a little less mistakes and they would have been there, and that's a pity. I mean, they played well. Perotto, as you said. Jerome, he had almost 200 attacks in total. That's crazy over the whole season. So he played well. It's a really lovely team to see. Yeah.
I did.
I really enjoyed watching them.
Yeah,
really.
I did too. I just feel that the connection with the setter just was a little bit off, and that's
little things that didn't go Chennai's way. But three teams have made it through to the semi-finals. Three in the race for that lone spot available for that semi-final. There it is. Then it's Goa, Kolkata, and Delhi very much in the mix. Hyderabad are done and dusted. In fact, four teams from the south of India are out. The only one remaining are the Torpedoes, who are at number 2 currently. They have a game in hand as well. But today is about the Ahmedabad Defenders and the Kochi Blue Spikers. Now, let's talk about the wonderful Ahmedabad Defenders. They've made it through to the playoffs in every season. Just perhaps goes to show that they are a powerhouse at the PVL. And we've got to talk about Nanda Gopal, who's impressed you a fair bit. They've picked him over Shanti. They've given Nanda Gopal more game time. Are you happy with what he's produced so far, or expect more from him?
No, I like him as a player much, and I have the feeling I wrote him so many times on my board. Like, he's doing in the right moments the right attacks. His efficiency is not super high, but I think in the right moment he's there.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, last year he was given a lot more ball. He was their main point scorer on the left side. There he's hitting on the right. But he was supported by Max Seneca. Yeah. And this year there is no Max Seneca. So he's taken the supportive role. He's the 28th top scorer in the league. But he's passing at 75%. So he's doing his job. He's supporting Batsuri. And that's the main job because Batsuri's their main attacking threat on the left-hand side anyway. So to have two attacking threats, pretty good. They have good balance.
And he's not a very tall man. So, someone like a Jerome has the advantage of height, and he tends to exit. I keep going back to Jerome. I'm obsessed with that player. But Nanda has been a star, and maybe he will sort of step up and raise his game come the semi-finals and possibly the finals as well. Champions of Season 2, the Ahmedabad Defenders. They've also unleashed another star, Dhruvil Patel. Louis, someone who perhaps gives you the impression that he will have a lot more to offer as he goes along. Maybe next year, perhaps a little more game time, but he's shown some spark.
Yeah, I love that, and I love the impact that he's had coming off of the bench as well, because for Dragan Bonic, it's all about being able to sort of move your way through a competition and knowing what your squad's got available to them. So him coming off the bench and serving like this as we get to the business end of the season is huge for him, because this game is all about tough serving. It's all about putting people under pressure, and he's got it. So yes, it's good for the future. Yes, it's good for the defenders who have always kept their core together, the sort of Angamutu, the Nandas, and to have youngsters come through is great. But also for right now, it's exciting because he knows that he's got somebody who can really put the opposition team under pressure again.
Expect an absolute offensive onslaught from the Ahmedabad Defenders against the defense of the Kochi Blue Spikers. Do they have any of their players in the top 5 attackers list? Let's find out. The RR Kabil top attackers of this league so far. Yes, they do. That man, the Mongolian magician, Batur Batsuri, always comes good every time the setter goes to him. He is someone that Muthusami Appavu can activate, and he pretty much often delivers at number 2 on that top 5 attackers list. Jerome Vinith is done sadly, couldn't reach that 100-point mark, but Batsuri is very much there, and he does hold the key if Angamuthu does not get going. Right, let's now talk about the Kochi Blue Spikers. It's been a depressing, disappointing campaign for Kochi. They lost their big star in that second game, Vineet Kumar. Byron left as well because of an injury. And then they found another star in young Mohsin. Has he done well enough to impress you? How has he done? Mohsin?
Yes, I mean, he can play without thinking, fearless. He's
Yep.
on court. He's really, really young, and as a setter, being not so experienced, I think for that he's doing a great job. And yes, as you said, with the injuries of the 2 big players, yeah, it's a big pity for the team.
Yep.
But he's doing it well, and I like the way he's giving it, and yeah, a lot of credits to him.
And they haven't missed Byron. He hasn't made them miss Byron.
I think you're right. I would love to sit here and go, do you know what? Like, yeah, they miss Byron, but actually you can see that there's a togetherness about them at the moment. And he's come in and he's played loose. You can come into a team late, and this is, don't forget, that he's a young lad. He's in the under 23s. So you can either come into these environments and you can be tight and nervous. He's come in and he's running the show, and do you know what? Fair play to him, and fair play to Kochi, because in adversity comes opportunity for a lot of people, and I think that's certainly what some of those guys are experiencing, the chance to really prosper.
In about 6 or 8 months from now, we will have the players' auction for Season 5 of this wonderful league. And clearly one man, Amal Thomas, I suppose, in a way would want to end this campaign on a high personally as well, to be able to tell the owners, I'm here and I'm good enough to be retained. Has he done well enough to warrant a retention next season?
Yes, I mean, unfortunately, because of his height, he's always going to have that against him in the block. So if you're a small player, it's always going to work against you somewhere. But what he's shown is that he can come on and play aggressively. And you can see him loading at the bottom of his jump. He's really being aggressive. Some of the bigger guys can take sort of, a sort of lesson from that. They're going to be so much better. The only thing against him is, can he contribute in the block enough to stop the likes of Jerome Vinith, who will be that much higher than him going over the top. So I got my hands out again. Going over the top of him. So he needs to pass perfectly because he's smaller, so he needs to be the great support guy like Nanda. But he's done himself no harm, and that performance the other night will have people looking at him.
Let's zoom out a little bit. Let's look at the bigger picture of the Kochi Blue Spikers. Just the 2 wins, one against Goa, the other against the Calicut Heroes, last year's champions. 4 losses. Now, if you were a part of the Kochi think tank, what would you be looking for in this game? Do you say, let's try a few other players? This is how their journey has been. A loss to start with. That's the game they lost Vineet Kumar. And I was a bit surprised when they beat Goa without Vineet Kumar. And then a hat-trick of losses. Then they came back to win against the Calicut Heroes. Another scar inflicted on last year's champions. And tonight against the Ahmedabad Defenders. This is their squad. Louis, would you be trying other players Or would you say, let's end this campaign on a high? What are you thinking if you're part of that think tank?
I think it'll be a bit of both. I would be really looking at the ones who I want to keep next year and giving them that experience and growth. I mean, you can write the season off now and say, do you know what? Sorry to some of you, but you're not coming back. Probably Nicholas is probably going to be the one that feels that the most because from what I understand, he's playing one more season in France and then he's, potentially done. But you have to feel like looking for the future. What does the future of Kochi look like? How can we invest in that now, get the right players in, and then start to grow? Because there's some things that have gone seriously wrong for them.
Yeah, their attitude, work ethic, professionalism will be tested. Take the court and play to win is what the Kochi Blue Spikers will be looking at. And I'm going to remind you of my favorite innovation now. It is the Scapia Super Point. 2 for the price of 1. It can be called for before your team has reached the 12-point mark only once every set. And if you win that Super Point, you get 2 instead of 1. If you don't, the opponent gets 2 points. The Bank of Baroda Super Serve as well really gets the crowd going, and it will surely do the same tonight here in Hyderabad. It's a serve that's not touched by any opposition player, and for that, you get 2 points. The Bank of Baroda Super Serve. It's very easy to predict an Ahmedabad win. I'm assuming you'll both go with Ahmedabad. Give me the scoreline. Unless you're going to call for a surprise, like an upset.
I think it's tough. I'm going to go for an Ahmedabad win because I think they need to start looking towards the semi-finals and putting in good performances.
Yeah.
If they step back tonight, you never know, that they might have to try and refine some confidence. So I'm going to go for them. I'm going to go, 3-0. But Kochi will go out on a high and they'll fight.
I mean,
you're moving to Kerala, so careful.
And it doesn't matter because what we say, it doesn't matter.
I go Kochi Blue 3, Ahmedabad Defender 1. Just because it's always the opposite what happens, so there's no prediction.
She's just bought a house in Kerala, so therefore.
And I'm going to go there with her.
The Gujarati in me reckons it'll be 3-0 for the Ahmedabad Defenders. That's what's coming up. A Tuesday night cracker in this Diwali season. It's the Ahmedabad Defenders versus the Blue Spikers from Kochi. Coming up live on Sony and YouTube on the other side of this break. Stay tuned, won't you?
Hello and welcome to Season 4 of RR Kabul Prime Volleyball League, powered by Scapia. Tonight, it's 2 teams and 1 mission to end the league on a high. It's time for another exciting showdown tonight. It is Ahmedabad Defenders versus Kochi Blue Spikers! Kochi Blue Spikers won the toss and chose to receive. Let's welcome our referees of the match today. First referee, Mr. Noorzan Omirzak. Second referee, Mr. D. Dayanidhi. And technical official, Mr. Ajit Singh.
once again to a wonderful evening at the RR Kabul Prime Volleyball League powered by Scapia, where Ahmedabad Defenders will look to go to the top of the points table against the Kochi Blue Spikers, who will be playing the last game of the season. Unfortunately, Kochi will have to wait for another season to make a championship bid, but Ahmedabad have qualified to the semi-finals, but they will look to race to the top with a victory in this game. A victory in this game will propel them to a minimum of 14 points, a maximum of 15. Well, time now to introduce both the teams. Sarthak Lal is entrusted with the duties. Take it away, Sarthak.
It is day 20 of the RR Kabul Prime Volleyball League powered by Scapia. And today, one team will want to make their last outing truly memorable. Come on in, the Kochi Blue Spikers!
The Kochi Blue Spikers started the season with plenty of promise. They had a new captain in Vineet Kumar, who unfortunately was rendered indisposed after their first outing. And then they lost the services of Byron Keturakis. They've had a newfound setter in the likes of the extremely exciting Mohsin. But except for 2 victories, they haven't had too much to cheer about. But they will be looking to end the season on a high. And a lot of the players out there will be looking to ensure that they sew up their retentions as well. Prominent among those would be Jasjot Singh, Amal K. Thomas, as also Abhishek C. Kewal, done really well this season.
Champions of Season 2 will want to jump to the top of that points table today itself. Come on in, the Ahmedabad Defenders!
And this team from the west of India has a rightfully earned reputation of being the most consistent side in the tournament. Runners-up the first year, champions the second year, and they've already clinched their qualification for the semi-finals. However, Muthusami Apau and company will want to grab a maximum of 3 points and launch themselves right to the top of the standing so that they get to play the 4th place side in the semi-finals. The Ahmedabad Defenders have had a new coach, Ragan Bonish, who has been an epitome of calm. They have the experience of Naveen Raja Jacob as their assistant coach, and they've got a solid core group of personnel with Angamuthu Ramasamy, Nandagopal, Muthusamy, Abhinav BS, and the extremely exciting Dhruval Patel, all coming good. Time now for the Indian National Anthem.
Requesting all those who can stand to please rise for the Indian National Anthem.
నేషనల్ యాంథమ్ కోసం అందరూ దయచేసి నించోవలసిందిగా కోరుతున్నాము.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Well, we are reaching the grand finale of what has been quite the incredible season in the Prime Volleyball League. Ahmedabad, we know they are going through, and Kochi, unfortunately, we know they are going home after what has been just a tough battle with things they can't control. Too many injuries has meant they found themselves towards the bottom of the table, but they can this evening play for the future of the franchise and play for pride as well. But Ahmedabad, they have certainly improved throughout this competition as the toss took place moments ago.
Kochi won the toss and they chose to receive. Mutu Sami on the left, Erin Verghese on the right. Well, let's have a look at the Ahmedabad lineup. Anga Mutu starts on the right side. Shanti John is in from the start today, which means there's a rest for Nanda Gopal. Akin, who signed from Chennai this year, starts in the middle. Mutu as the setter, Abhinanth as the blocker, and Bator Batsuri has received and played a lot of balls. He's the second top scorer of the league this season. And leading the way for the very first season in India, Dragan Bonic, all the way from Serbia. He's learning, he's enjoying, and his team are starting to perform, and he will be incredibly happy about that. The Kochi Blue Spikers, Mushin is in, the youngster who was only called up 3 games ago. Heymanth has been impressive. He will be an attacker alongside the legend that is Erin Verghese. Amul Thomas keeps his place in the side after really impressing in the last matchup. But Yasosh Singh and Amrindapal Singh start as the blockers. For a Kochi side who are looking to improve on position number 9 in the league, a win today would certainly do that. And somebody who's always kept his spirits is Saiz Vadan, and he is an incredibly kind guy, and he knows the situation this season has been very tough. Well, the first referee, Noor Jahan, and he will be assisted by the man on the floor, Mr. Dayanidi. Well, welcome wherever you're watching from. We hope you're enjoying the coverage in the league this year. We certainly are. Louis Lett with you in the commentary box. To the right of me, the voice of Indian volleyball, Manish Batavia, and 2-time Olympic beach volleyballing legend, Carla Borger. Guys, I can't believe how quickly this league season's gone. It's gone past in the blink of an eye, and here we are with just 2 league nights remaining before the semis.
Yep, and then we get into the grand finale on Sunday, the 26th. Straight away, my takeaways from what we witnessed so far tonight. Nanda Gopal not starting, perhaps telling Ahmedabad's way of telling you that we're going to try and rest our first choice players and give Shanti John a go, just in case we need him for whatever reason come the big games, the semi-final on Friday.
I certainly agree that now's the time, if you want to. They know that they have to try and win a couple of sets if they can put another point on the board this evening, but at the same time they can play relaxed and maybe start building towards the knockout rounds, where they're going to play either Mumbai, you think, or the Torpedoes in KB. I don't think they can really choose. They haven't had the start of the season to choose who they play in the semis, but I don't think they'll fear anybody either.
Yes, first of all, it's a great block, first block, a new India Assurance super block. You know, Louis, I was thinking a lot. I have the feeling it's a very hard match for them today. You know, it's end of the season, they are qualified. You know, it's very, very hard to keep the tension up and to be there like the games before. And you need the tension also for now the upcoming matches, which counts the most.
It won't be too difficult though if Kochi pass like that. But I do totally agree with you in terms of these games are sometimes hard to get up for. Do you believe that the motivation there comes from the leadership? Bonic saying, hey, we have to keep the wind in our sails here. We have to keep moving forwards, bettering our position the best we can, because you can't afford any confidence drops before a knockout stage.
First of all, it's from the team, from the coach, but it has to be inside yourself that you always want to give the best, and especially now you need to keep that level. But I know from myself it's really hard to be the same player as the matches before.
Yeah, I completely agree, and it's easy for us to sit here and say how it should be done, but it's completely different when you walk into the hall knowing that you've got the lion's share of the lifting. I mean, we were worried about them when they lost 3-2 to Goa. We were worried about them when they lost 3-2 to Chennai Blitz. But they've improved as this competition's gone on, and the fact that the 2 games they've lost 3-2, shows that they've competed against everybody the whole way through.
Yep, Ahmedabad lost to the Goa Guardians and to the Chennai Blitz. Those two are 5-setters. They won everything else apart from that, so they've won 4 games despite not being at the best. I suppose that next gear is yet to come, and you will see that in the semis, that's for sure.
Yeah, I agree. And also, due to the league rules and the fixtures, it means they haven't played the Torpedoes. That's been one of the games that hasn't happened yet. So that would be a very interesting battle should it happen for the first time in a semi or a final.
Yeah, possibly in the semis. Although we won't know who finishes where until the last league game is played, Louis. And that just goes to show how competitive and how unpredictable this league has been, Carla.
Yeah, it's again pure madness. Yeah, like you still don't know who will qualify for 100%. The 4th place is so open. There's some predictions, but we will know tomorrow, not earlier.
It's a 3-horse race. So Ahmedabad, Bengaluru, Mumbai through, just 11 spots remaining. And there are 3 suitors. There's Delhi, there is Kolkata, and an outside chance for Goa as well.
We've got an absolute feast tomorrow.
Yeah.
The Diwali feast
Yeah.
of volleyball coming our way, because we'll know the final 4. But how we're going to get there, we don't know yet.
Hemant can't get it through. I'd like a little more power on Hemant's shots tonight. They've gone to Evie. Okay, no, not yet. Through that triple block.
Yeah, I mean, again, Matsuri, he's a great attacker. It's very difficult when our Kochi Spike 3 persons up, and again, he finds a way. Can we talk again about him? Like, it's so impressive because he remembers me of my own matches before, like long time ago. It's so hard to get served the whole time, and he's getting feeded so much. So in total, he has 147 attacks in this whole match. This is like insane number.
And to put that into perspective, Jerome Beneath, he got set 200 times, but he's not passing. He's not having to deal with the pressure, as you said, as that first
Exactly.
touch. And that, for me, is crazy.
So he's delivering the pass. He get set like in important moments. Like he's taking the team. It's great.
Oh, sorry, KB! Kochi! Oh, hello, Kochi! Welcome to the game.
That's an important one. Very important. Banca Baroda super serve between the 2 players. They were just watching each other. I have it, how you say, I have it clear. You can take it.
Yeah.
And then.
I mean, you've played beach volleyball for long enough to know that happens a lot. It doesn't matter how long you play, you always have the odd husband and wife. That's and the mutual going back to the line. We talked about this the other day. He is a lot better when he starts to mix up his attacks.
There's nothing like match practice. This is where Rangamuthu can try and work on that down-the-line angle as well, instead of going cross-court every time, because if he gets this side of his offense sorted, he can become doubly dangerous come the semi-finals. He can go cross-court, he can hit the line.
That is technically the best swing we've seen. That is technically the best swing to the line we've seen from him. There was no upper body rotation. There was no leaning. It was all arm swing to the line.
But a little defense would be also nice. Great spike of He-Man.
Well, I was going to ask if you thought his hair was weighing him down, but that's certainly not the case.
It helps his aerodynamics. Helps him move through the air faster, I think.
I know I'm going a bit thin on top, but do you reckon I can grow that for next year?
Try.
Yeah, it's curly though. It's a big curly mullet.
Correct. Here comes Erin Verghese, half blocked. There's protection at the back. Muthu Sami Apavu for Rangamuthu. This time he hits a slightly angular shot. He goes to zone 6 instead of 5. And Ahmedabad have a 2-point lead very comfortably as we head into an Amul Cool technical timeout. Back in just a bit.
second top 5 setters on success rate. How often do they put the ball in the right spot for their hitters? Ladvason, 52.1% of the time. Preet Karan, 52. They're the two leading the way. There's not much in it though, looking at the top 5. And Paolo Lemunier, unfortunately, heartbroken yesterday. That's interesting. Top 5 blockers, Prince from Goa. And those blocks might just be the reason they still have a chance sitting here this evening. Unfortunately for Shikhar Singh and Hyderabad, their competition is done. Where's the headband gone? Where's that gone? No headband for Batsuri, doesn't matter, one off the block. Heyman again, getting after it. Abhinav just a little bit slow with the hands. And he started really nicely. He's somebody I think that will be certainly playing for either getting retained next year or potentially proving a point and putting himself in the shop window. What a pass that is. What a play that is from the defenders. Wow. Hang on to every single bit of power he has into that serve. Batsuri said no problem. And that's why he's crushing this lead. The angle man said, give me the free net and I will send it away. What a play that was. Good volleyball.
Very good volleyball. Amal tried to help in the middle, but was too late for the outside, and Angamutu full swing.
Angamutu understands every angle of this court, much like he understands every tourist spot in Hyderabad. He wouldn't be a bad tourist guide, would he?
I don't know, you have to tell me.
The angle man knows all the angles all the time. Pretty good swing from Erin on that right side. He's changed position and he shows that he can hit multiple areas of the court as well. I like him on the right hand side. I think they've had to go there out of necessity. Look at these two. Wow, Pachi. Wow.
You gotta say out of excitement, you gotta say brah. Such wonderful kids, those happy kids. Surely fans of Amrinder Pal Singh, or maybe family, who knows?
I hope so. That's what this league's about.
Yeah, little boys and girls and children of all ages. And we saw Angamutu's father as well watching a game here.
Yeah, I mean, there's lots of different points to this, but if you can't share these big moments with your family and your friends, then, you know, it brings so much more meaning to everything.
Yeah, I love the Punjabis. Full of life. All heart. And Amrinder Pal Singh has shown just that spirit as well in a team that hasn't done well. He's fought and fought with all. Oh, there he is! Angamutu's father, Mr. Ramaswamy. And the lady next to her is, of course, the love of Shanti John's life.
Yeah, there's a very famous cricketer in our country called Monty Panesar. He's an absolute legend. We're talking about Punjabis, and spent all my life following his success. So yeah, we know a thing or two.
Great block. That is an incredible block from that triple wall. It is so good to see the Kochi Blue Spikers giving it their all tonight in their last game of this season. At the heart of that block, Jasjot Singh with a net-enriched super defense.
They haven't got anything to lose, have they? And Ahmedabad have come out here and they've decided to go full throttle for the first 10 points, but that super serve brought it back.
You will see that the Ahmedabad Defenders will raise their game now. Ah, great sight of those kids enjoying this sport, this league. Millions watching on the Sony Sports Network and on YouTube in 6 languages. Fight. Oh, it's good. Great bit of defensive work by Kochi. And the kill never came, or did it? Yes, it did.
The pipe attack is such a threat for this team. The Netherlands super defense, and they've managed to set up a game plan to deal with that. Oh, hello.
Who's that man? Shanti John. Oh, they love Shanti. Who doesn't?
Yeah, I was going to say, are you questioning that with your love for Shanti over the years?
I'm so glad he's got a start tonight. I mean, you can't keep Ganga out in form. So in a way, it's good that Ahmedabad have 2 options to use.
Yeah, I also just think having two players who are really up to game speed. Because I think once you're sort of out 3 or 4 games in a row, it's hard to get that sort of match readiness and to be ready to play. So if Shanti's playing this evening, it will certainly put him in a better spot for a couple of nights' time in the semis. Batsuri, though, he just doesn't seem to tire, does he?
Not at all. After so many spikes, he's still delivering it. Sent to the outside very fast. And just down the seam. Not always easy as an attacker. You have the stability in the air and see the holes in the block.
The vision, I think, is the key thing, is the stability, as you spoke about. Oh, okay. Who's taking a few risks out here today? Who wants to go all in out here? Kochi. Hang on, it can't be a Kochi escape. Yes, it is. Sorry. For a moment, I thought it was Kochi Salad, but it's harsh.
Batsuri can block as well. And he just stood there like a rock star, denying Eric Burgess and... Oh, sorry, it didn't work. It's all happening too quickly here.
Yeah, off the hands. He did a good job of getting in his face, though. You're completely right. Batsuri was up, but he just turned it off the outside hand and out of play. So escape your super point. Kochi's way again. Aaron on that right side is sneaky good.
13-12 now. Kochi leading, just 2 away now. Just Jode serves to the libero. Muthu to Angamuthu. Oh, was there a touch? Was there a touch? No, there wasn't. And Ahmedabad want to review it straight away.
Yeah, just something interesting. Right, volleyball's sometimes a game of patience. He might score on the line 1 ball, but can he do it sort of 5 out of 7, 6 out of 7 balls? Because if he's only scoring to the line 3 out of 7 balls, you know you're going to make your stops. So it's about being patient and just sort of biding your time in there to make the plays you need to in the short space of time you have.
Angamuthu is pretty sure that someone of the Kochis touched it.
Oh, they must have. Yeah, oh.
They were holding hands.
Baby.
I see a little pinky. Yes, two fingers touch the ball. But lovely how they are holding hands above the net.
13 apiece. Okay, now another argument has ensued.
Yeah, I think they're talking again about the picture, and I agree. I think the picture on screen didn't show the perfect angle. The one we saw here now, you could see that 2 fingers were moving.
Yeah.
But I think it was pretty clear.
And I think the person who was alleged to have touched it looked pretty guilty.
Yes.
Which usually gives something away. A very relaxed serve from Angamutu this evening. Well, they learned to fight another battle because... oh, do they? No, they don't! And Rindapool makes a huge block, and now it is set point. Kochi set point, maybe a surprise. Angamutu really taking the pressure off of his serve and going with the float serve, which is very interesting. And for once, Batsuri has no angles. Well, big opportunity for Kochi. If they can make a break here, the angle man back to the line. There's a net touch as well. Kochi takes the opening set of the bat. Already under the cosh here a little bit. Kochi are performing. It's another ball to the line that goes astray for the angle man. And it's a 2-point opening set victory for the Kochi Blue Spikers, who have no chance of going through to the semi-finals. They're playing for pride, and they should be very proud of that. Nicholas, in his final game in this wonderful league, trying to lead the troops over the line. Kochi have taken the first set 15-13. Well, the Ahmedabad Defenders might be through to the semi-finals, but they've just had a slight hiccup and they've lost the opening set to the Kochi Blue Spikers. KB, quick word. Is that Kochi playing well, or is that the Defenders struggling?
Both. I think Kochi playing solid, it's fine. And Ahmedabad, it's not a team we have ever seen before.
Yeah, we'll have a look at the Red Bull Rally, second one of the day, and it's Akin that slaps it away. Red Bull gives you wings, and Akin certainly has those.
In case you've just joined us, yes, it's true. Kochi have taken a set off Ahmedabad in what is the last league game for Kochi. They want to bow out in style with a win. Most people would have predicted a 3-0 win for Ahmedabad. But I suppose losing that first set would have been a slight nudge for them, a little wake-up call.
Yeah, it's tough playing against teams that don't really have much to play for in terms of they can play free. And I don't think Ahmedabad have served that well. And again, the middle, that's a very good touch. But they sort of invite the pressure because the serve hasn't been there. So I don't know if that's a tactical thing or to wait and see.
The problem with games like these for teams that have already qualified is that you stand the risk of losing momentum just before the semi-final.
I'm so sorry, I'm laughing. But look at the replay again. First of all, there were many great net-rich super defenses, and now I'm a little funny today. Look the situation. So mid-blocker just hits it somewhere. Sorry, it's jumping.
It's all getting messy in there. But do you know what? I'm going to throw something out there. And this is maybe if I was coaching what I would try and do if I was Bonic. We know Mutu hasn't run the middle enough during this competition, and he must know that too. So maybe tonight's the night where he says, okay, I want you to try and run middle anytime you can, bring it in the game, and just grow that. Because if they grow that, they go up a level. That means that sometimes, as you know, Carla, and I know, it has to get messy before it gets good.
Just wondering, who would they rather play in the semis, Mumbai or Bengaluru? If you ask me that question, I have no answer. I don't know.
I couldn't tell you either. I mean, Mumbai, they were great yesterday. Chennai were good. And you think Chennai have played their two best games against Bengaluru and also against Mumbai. And they've lost both 3-1.
A great bit of defensive work there by Angamotu. And then the kill from the other side. So Angamotu looking switched on is a great piece of news for the defenders. They were tested in this rally.
Great dig. And did we see pancake? Almost a pancake set.
Angamotu, what are you doing? That's one of the best sets I've ever seen. Can we see that again?
With one hand, that is.
What? I didn't notice that until the slow-mo replay. Pancake to one-handed sort of like pat off the palm to the outside.
Heyman pushes it across. And the block touch lands long. Another point to the Kochi Blue Spikers. Are we in for an upset?
The angle man has just shown us that he can do anything he wants. That's off the hands of him and out, so maybe he can't do everything he wants. But that set was something very special. But he's not the man. He's not the man to gloat about it or go and shout down the camera, is he? He's a reserved man. He's a humble man. And I like the angle man. Okay, I wanted to see this again. What? And it's right on the money. What are we watching? This league's crazy. I've never seen a set like that.
There was a smirk on Batsuri's face as well. I don't think he expected Angamotu to set the ball to him ever.
Well, can I be completely honest with you there? The angle man is possibly the only man in the world that would have made that set with one hand. There was so much time to get two arms on the ball, which is why we've never seen it before.
was no reason to go just with one hand, yeah.
Absolutely no reason at all to go with one hand. Block touch, review, Kochi. I think has got a point here. Middle's doing their best to close that seam. I don't know if there was a touch though. Can't really. Oh, that's probably what we want to see. That's a great shot. That's the shot we want to see. That tells us everything we need to know. Well done, production team. I don't think anyone can argue, but it is another review lost for Kochi. Erin. And no surprise. Maybe one of the clearest reviews we've ever seen in the end. I wonder how Erin feels, because since he's been playing for Kochi and I've been coming to this wonderful country, Kochi have always struggled. There's always been a little bit of adversity to fight through. Oh, Erin doesn't mind though!
That down the line arrow to put pressure on Batsuri has worked. That came flat, fast, and with a lot of fire. That's Batsuri didn't expect it. No chance of passing that one. Superstar 4 apiece then in set number 2. Kochi won the first set.
Kochi are cooking. They're playing very well. They're not letting anything faze them at the moment. I mean, the most interesting thing.
Another full speed serve. Very brave on the last 2 services.
If Kochi win this game, 3-1 or 3-0, defenders stay on 12 points. That makes it very interesting.
First he goes to number 77, then he goes to number 7. Shanti John there at the receiving end of that absolute arrow. Kochi now lead by 1 in set 2. Ahmedabad are being pushed. Oh, yet again! That is 3 in a row! Is this the World Archery Championships? That is bullseye. Well done, the Ehrenbergis.
Third full swing, now 2 meters more to the right. So he's taking all the positions. I'm wondering what comes next.
Oh, Shawnee. Oh, he talks about Nanda being a great passer. Now he's in again, he's gone back to the line. Oh, it's gone over. It's another very good serve. Where has this Kochi been? Come on, Kochi! Hey, man! What a touch! Oh, hang on, the leg might have gone. On the man, hang on! The Mutu Sami is limping around. One of the rallies of the game so far. Kochi are pushing off the man. It's a great run out at the moment for them. It's a very good game. As that one's got to hurt. I think it's just a stub at the toe.
You know, regardless of whatever happens in this game, if I were an Ahmedabad supporter, I wouldn't be too worried about what's happening. In a way, I'm glad they're being pushed, because they will be forced to look at the chinks in their armor, the creases in their game, and they'll be forced to address them.
Absolutely, and honestly, it's so tough playing against a team that have nothing to lose. No nerves behind the line, there's no overthinking anything, there's no stiffness in their shoulder. It's all literally, we just go for this and see what happens.
you know, if Ahmedabad hadn't beaten Mumbai in their last game, and if their qualification was on the line in this game, you'd see a very, very different Ahmedabad. You'd see a different lineup. You'd see, you know, a different kind of fire and edge to their gameplay, their movement. They would certainly be a little more switched on. So it's not easy, but they will be happy that they are being pushed and they are being asked a lot of questions.
Yeah, I mean, the level in this league, and PB team doing a wonderful job. But Ahmedabad, if they lose this 3-0, 3-1, stay on 12, that opens up maybe a chance. One of the others, Kolkata, to come up and match them on 12 points.
Nicholas Marashall gets one through. Those two blocks, including the captain. Okay, then hello. Are we in for an upset result? Or will Ahmedabad restore normalcy soon? For now, the Blue Spikers lead by 2 as we head into an Amul Cool technical timeout.
Kevin, super spike from Nicholas, nailing it. And I really like him as a player. He's played at the very top level. I'd have liked to have seen him play a little bit more, but it just shows. Oh, hang on. I thought Manish should run away somewhere. Can you see him up there, Carla? Carla, can you see him?
He's not here, so he has to be there somewhere.
Is that him on the right?
If there any eye doctor in Hyderabad's watching, I've got 2 patients for you. Ophthalmologist. Right alongside. 8-6 the score now. In set 2, Ahmedabad putting on a strange performance. Because they're being pushed by Kochi as well. And where has this Kochi been? They seem to be playing with a little more purpose and intent. And the execution is top-notch as well. Nicholas Marashall gets one more in the bag. They now lead by 3 in set 2. What is happening to Ahmedabad? And well done, Kochi.
I mean this in the nicest possible way. It's not our Kabila super spike. Not many players in this country can do that. He has just sliced that ball on such a sharp angle, and it just shows his class of what he can do with his arm. And I'm loving watching him play. Well, Scapia super point. Defenders picked their prey and they've taken it nicely. It's a very good time to call him. Batsuri on the pipe, good decision on it.
Important point for them. Scapia super point.
Yeah.
Batsuri back row. You can see he's discussing a little with his libero about probably he's in the way. Doesn't like it so much.
But Arimdapur would be your guy that you call that super serve on, wouldn't it? Because he does just lollipop the ball over. No disrespect, he's had a great tournament, but that's almost worth an extra point a set. You could call it on his serve every set, because your chances of siding out that ball and scoring first time with a free ball like that is so high. Oh, they're all the same currency.
There's energy missing. There's really, you can see they're dropping in all the elements. And it's nice to see, but Zuri, he's like really pushing. You can see he's clapping and he's cheering for his team that they should wake up.
Sometimes I suppose it's difficult for teams to accept that a team that's down and out is pushing them. Yeah, and by the time that acceptance comes in, it is perhaps too late. I think Ahmedabad perhaps a little bit stuck in the saddle right now, not knowing what to do and how to respond. Because they didn't expect this onslaught from Kochi.
I don't know, it's all about what they're doing at the moment, but I think if you were to watch a Champions League game and an Italian team goes to a Romanian team, you expect them, they could play at 60-70% and win. But in this league, you can't play at 50-60% and expect to win. That is, the level's too close. Hang on a moment, Kochi. Hang on a minute, Kochi. Ahmedabad have got to wake up here, because it's not just this game tonight. It's either going to be the best thing that ever happens to them to lose, or did it hit the floor? Okay, there's a touch. Oh, it's gone. Okay, it's gone Ahmedabad's way. Okay, that's.
It's a rotation mistake.
I thought so. Rotation
Moving
mistake
too early.
against. Crazy. Okay, we are reaching the end of the league stage of this competition. Each team plays 7 league games in total, 4 in their group and 3 games against the other group. That's why the Defenders haven't played the Torpedoes, for example. Each match played best of 5. If you do win 3-0, 3-1, you take maximum points. If you win 3-2, you take 2 points, your opposition takes 1. And then at 20 all, each set is to 15 points. If it gets to 20 all, it's the first to 21. You have to win by 2 clear before that, though. The Bank of Baroda top 5 servers, Rohit Yadav is still leading the way in a Goa team that is still looking over their shoulders, but there's some very good players in that top 5 servers.
Disappointed to see that the number 2 there, Luis Perotto, will not be featuring in the semi-finals. The Chennai Blitz knocked out last night. No Jerome Vinith either. Unimaginable, the semi-finals without Jerome.
Yeah, I just don't think they've had that service locked down. That time it worked, so sorry, the setting area locked down. Luigi Suarez said if you serve short, I will get up and dunk one too. It's a good reply.
Yeah, Nick reply.
Expect the complete opposite of what we go for. As we have a look at the Detonrich top 5 liberos now, this has changed. This is about big percentage and also passing percentage. So where Anam was leading the passing percentage yesterday, we've seen that Prabha has gone to... And you could say that we all predicted 3-0 Kochi, because we all said we just expect the complete opposite of what we go for. As we have a look at the Detonrich top 5 liberos now, this has changed. This is about big percentage and also passing percentage. So where Anam was leading the passing percentage yesterday, we've seen that Prabha has gone to the top of the chart, because it's about defense and about passing now. Well, there is the NTPC MVP leaderboard, and Manish is still crying. That's why you can't hear him, because Jerome is no longer in the tournament, and he's still leading the way on the MVP leaderboard. Joel Benjamin having a fantastic season. I think he's somebody that we're not talking about enough at the moment.
I expect Matthias Loftusness to climb up that ladder, but Suri could as well. That man on your screen. The lead now down to 2. Ahmedabad, I suppose, now realize that they have to wake up. I'm sure Ragat Bonic realizes the same as well.
Yeah, he's late there.
Late and low set.
Maybe there's an avenue back here. Mutu again serving. Heyman, I think, does a good job of just taking the front court receiver out as a pass, and that allows the front court receiver just to worry about the hitting phase of things. And you can't rest him in a semi-final, surely, Angamudu. Not with his experience. But that's the battle, because if he's not firing, you don't know. Can you start him?
They did that in that one game. They kept Angamutu out for the first set, and the moment he took the court in the second set, he was on fire. So sometimes you need to rile up players. You need to ignite that fire in them. Perhaps hit their ego a little bit by keeping them out in the first set.
Well, they're turning it around. Atkins involved in the game. It's that it's called a New India Assurance Super Block.
It's the 4th consecutive point in a row with a cookie serve. They have so much trouble to get out of this rotation. So let's have a look. What's their solution?
And this sort of worries me a little bit because that's Mutu's serve. Akin's serve is similar. Angamoudi standing down. There's the side out they needed to draw it level. And I think that could be Mumbai or the 4th team who qualified don't turn up. Then it'll be enough. Mutu's in the right spot, just can't get the scoop.
Ahmedabad have to realize that this level is not going to win them the semi-final. It doesn't matter who they play against. This can't be their level. This is not Ahmedabad. This is an imposter. Nothing they're doing is working. Set point to go 2-0 up for Kochi. This is not fiction content. This is reality.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen a lot of left-handers play left side, and that ball needs to get across them, but I don't think that's the swing. It's a great block, though, from Kochi. Gets across. But he doesn't take the ball that naturally on that left side, Harsh.
Angamutu back on court.
And I think that's just because he'll play this rotation a little bit easier. And now he's on the front court as well. Nanda never misses on the right side. Nanda, I think every time he's on that right side, he gets set almost. Nanda, and he never really lets it out.
Great sand. That's a speedy hit down the line with not much gap between block and antenna. Well played.
Yeah, I mean, if I was playing Nanda on that and he was attacking through that right side, I would definitely block the line. I would do the opposite to what you do to an Angamoudi just because of his approach line and his arm.
Here comes Hemant, V3! Oh, still in play, somehow. The ball's still hot. Here comes Angamutu, a controlled shot because he knew he wasn't there. Kochi will come again through Evie, V2! Batsuri and Akin combine and deny everybody's. And New India Assurance Super Block. That is only a little glimmer, only a little spark of Ahmedabad's defensive capabilities.
Great positioning of Batsuri there. He has sometimes some issues. He has some issues when he's swinging in blocks, so he's arriving late. And this one, he's been on point with his hands. Great wall.
That's a great serve from Nanda again, just takes the speed off of it. Free ball, and that might have just ruffled the feathers a little bit of Ahmedabad. They're going to have to find a solution. Nicholas is in the right spot because that's what he's done for the last, I don't know how many years. And now, well, the story's changing because Ahmedabad are under pressure in this rally. Free ball, Kochi. Oh, just when you think Kochi are going to strike, Akin pops up and lifts us up about 1 set apiece. Wow, that rally had a bit of everything. Well, Batsuri continues the play, and from there you think Kochi have got to score. But no, Akin lines up beautifully and takes everything away from Kochi. And maybe their momentum as well. They've tied it up at 1 apiece, 16-14. Great game, this one. Well, the stats will tell us everything we need to know. 5 more successful spikes, that's not surprising. And the unforced errors leveled up now after set 2. Okay, Defenders, we're seeing some improvements. Those 3 or 4 plays in a row from Mujusami's serve was huge. Harsh certainly came off the bench and added a lot to it. But here's the red ball rally. It was a free ball, it was a little bit messy from both sides. Kochi were under pressure, but then all of a sudden they had a chance to score. 2 up in the block again. That was a fabulous recovery. Batsuri from downtown, but here, the man mountain. Manoj was the middleman last year. Atkins taking his spot, and he's certainly providing the goods this year from Chennai. That's a good signing, isn't it, from Chennai? I think he's had his best season so far. Oh, Kochi!
Normalcy being restored on both sides of the net. Ahmedabad starting to show their true colors and so approaching. What is happening?
Too many players on court. I can tell you it's much easier if they're just 2.
To show their true colors and so approaching. What is happening?
Too many players on court. I can tell you it's much easier if they're just 2.
Yeah, I mean, this is like leaving the house without shutting your door, leaving your door open. Do you know what I mean? It's just something that just shouldn't happen.
Well, they tried to run the middle, it didn't work. Here's Marashal, and Angamutu goes through that double block. Well, there was so much open space between the 2 blockers that it was easy for Angamutu to go through. Take a look at that.
Very difficult, very far off the net. And you see Batsuri immediately talking to Angamutu about the set. Oh, I'm so sorry, I need to push it more in front. So there's a good communication going between them.
Goes down the line, and that's landed long. The red flag has gone up, and that means the Defenders have another one in the back, 3-0 in set number 3.
I did wonder if the momentum would go out of Kochi's performance, having lost that second set, but this is not the best start. Again, just giving him a little bit of the slither of the line and knowing that that's a higher risk shot is smart. Hello, the Anglo man. Back from his little tour around Hyderabad for 10 minutes, and he's back on the court again. Yeah, how about another error? Mutu is really hurting them from the service line without really doing much. Yeah, even the calmest man in Hyderabad. This sums it up for Kochi. They play well for a while, and then they completely go off the boil.
I think they've done Ahmedabad a favour by pushing them in the first set. Nicholas Marashal couldn't get that one through. Here comes Nanda, pushes it across. Chance. It's been a good defensive workout for the Ahmedabad Defenders. Nanda for a change overhits it and gives Blue Spikers the first point of this third set.
Nicholas, how many times in this game has he been in the right position defensively? Watch here. He just makes the read. Oh, it's not this one. There's the one before. The tip cover. He's just in the right spot. He can see where the ball's going and where he needs to be. And then when he has a chance offensively, he just doesn't do anything wrong. He just makes the right decision. He probably knows that he's at the back end of his career now and he's got some more limitations to what he used to have. But I think he's been great this evening.
I don't know why you're telling me this.
No reason.
I feel him. I feel him very much. Yes. You know, there are moments when your career is more to the end.
Team, Ahmedabad, block touch.
Yeah, just a loss of some being able to hit some certain options and angles, and well, we have a review. And we love looking at reviews. Nanda Look how much he's hitting on the angle there. That's crazy. I don't know how you get into those positions in the first place. Was there a touch, KB?
Yes. Right hand pinky, I would say.
Is it successful? Does she love me? Does she love me? Yes. She loves me. She loves me. It's great.
Also, what a hang time of him. Feels like he's forever in jumping.
Yeah, Nanda's got some serious pop on him, hasn't he? He gets up. And again, we spoke about him in the pre-show because he's just been getting better and better. Last year, I thought he was outstanding. Better from Kochi. Oh, hello again, Kochi. Welcome back. The pass is there. There's no silly mistakes, and they can put some real big pressure on. Come in. Super spike.
5-2 in the third set. It is, if you were expecting a 3-0 rout, that is not happening. Kochi have competed, just need to show some consistency. Here's Nicolas Marichal, goes straight to the libero, Muthusamy, now for Matsuri! I like that combo!
That's a perfect set. Let us watch it again. Look, this little push to the outside. Matsuri with one block.
Yeah.
Highway free.
And I think when the level and the understanding improves, that block has to be going into the cross-court. If it's a one-on-one and Erin's looking at that sort of cross-court angle, you've got to make that dive with the block if you're Erin and see if he can snap it back to the line and take the libero's sort of platform or head off, because in a one-on-one, you can't give him the cross-court. It's going to end in pain.
No point trying to murder the ball there. Dhruvil Patel. It's interesting, isn't it? There are some young players who come and do well in the first couple of games, and the moment they know that the spotlight is on them, it changes. There are young players who can't perhaps handle the spotlight and stick to the natural game because they're perhaps overthinking it, thinking about what the commentators are saying, what the chatter on social media is, and
You know, it's a mental game, so when you don't think too much and you just play and do the stuff what you're practicing, it's kind of easy, but whenever you start thinking about it, it's hard.
As we go to RR Kamil super spike to give Ahmedabad Defenders a 4-point lead. Kala, in your playing days during the Olympics or other big tournaments, did you spend too much time thinking about what the world is saying, what the media is saying, social media chatter as well?
Great block of Matsuri there. Well, I was a little surprised at my first Olympics because I never had this intention, and I played really bad, but not because I was thinking about it. And we are going first in a cool technical timeout. I will talk later again.
Well, slow off the mark, the defenders, but they found their way. That's Yuri. is back at it. New India Assurance, super block. And there's the Batsuri sign. They love their addition this year. As we have a look at the Amulco Emerging Player nominees, Manish, talk us through what you have to do to be an emerging player.
You have to be an uncapped player and you have to be less than 25 years of age.
Ah, any of those players impress you, KB?
All of them.
Yeah? I think Nanda's
Young,
delivering.
full of energy.
Give me a name.
All of them.
Nanda's absolutely killing it out there this evening. And he is one that you have to keep an eye on. I can't believe he's not played for India. But again, if you're talking international volleyball, you do have to have some serious height. And that will be something that he has to prove time and time again, that he can literally hang up there with the big guys. Not another rotation fault. Although this is something that Dragan Mihailovic has been pushing. So he is the boss this week.
It's the right call. I think the refs should have started earlier calling it, so now the teams are wondering. Is it Batsuri who's...
Yeah, that's the second rotation problem. I think it's... Right, hang on. Angamudu's at 1, which means Mutu's at 4, which means Batsuri is at... Okay, they're in rotation now, that's fine.
Hemant gets one through the defense. They will compete, they have nothing to lose. They want to go out on a high. Play your hearts out, Kochi, play your hearts out.
Yeah, I mean, I've said this before, I think, about the Defenders. Yeah, I have. I've said about 100 times. They're amazing when things are going their way, but as soon as things start going against them, I sort of feel that they haven't got that sort of dog in them to fight straight back.
Yeah, it's about the pressure, and I can't believe that is a second rotation mistake. That's like almost impossible.
Yeah, that's a lack of concentration or education, and I'm not going with the education side. They know the rotations off by heart. They play this sport every day, so it's definitely concentration over education.
Remember, Ahmedabad will have 2 days to rest, relax, recuperate, rejuvenate, press that reset button, and get ready for the finals, or for the semi-finals on Friday.
What would you do? You've got a day off, Manish. You can do whatever you like. You can have an Andra meal if you want. You can go and get a massage, maybe.
Nothing, no conversations on this performance tonight from the coach. Tomorrow, maybe over breakfast, and then yeah, I suppose slowly drill the importance of being switched on into the team's mindset. Maybe watch the highlights to see how the team reacts without saying a word. Watch the full replay on YouTube, whichever language you want. 6 language options available. Hemant gets one more, gets a touch off that block. 9-7 now. Right, so Kala, you were telling me about protecting your mind space before or during a big tournament.
I mean, it's similar. They have the chance now to be in TV, to be seen, so there's kind of pressure, and things are changing with social media. Like, you want to be present, more present. For me in the Olympics, my first Olympics, I played really not well because I was so distracted by those things. Even if I didn't want to be distracted, it came up and I had to deal with it, and I didn't deal well.
What distracted you?
I mean, first of all, you're on TV, everybody at home is messaging you. Wow, I see like everybody. So it's like crazy. There's so much attention, like there's so much public, so many interviews, like there's the media zone. It's so much, like you've never, ever had this before.
And therefore, can you imagine the level of focus that Olympic medalists would have maintained to be able to finish on a podium amidst thousands of athletes from across the world? It must must be like a circus. Being at the Olympics, a happy circus for sure, but the pressure must be just next level.
First of all, pressure and the way to qualify for Olympic Games. I mean, how many % of the world has once the chance to be at the Olympics? So it's very rare. And the pressure on court and everything is just blowing your mind.
You kept souvenirs from those 2 Olympics? Your iCard, your bib?
Everything.
Oh, yes! Nanda Gopal can savor that one as well. Like a souvenir, he hits it with so much power. Wasn't a part of the starting lineup, but he knows that he's very, very crucial to Ahmedabad's fate in this league come the semi-finals on Friday night.
He's so athletic. He's my height, and he's jumping. It's so nice to see.
I know that buzzer. I know that buzzer. I think of that buzzer when I sleep. Kochi have upped the ante.
Call for the Skapia super point. Here comes Erin Varghese! Oh man, I want to see the whole of it in the replay. The set and just the way Erin Varghese took off diagonally, meeting the ball exactly where he wanted to. Hits that down the line. Smack! Take a look at that set. Outstanding stuff from Kochi.
Yeah, he's definitely someone you have to protect the line on that right side. He's not somebody you have to worry so much about the cross-court angle. It's opposite to Angamutu. Just quickly, when you spoke about the Olympics, it's interesting to see the stats of how the level and the statistics drop when you're at the Olympics. So it is something for everyone anyway. Oh, okay. After that, we will match you with a Skapia super point. And look at Akin with a smug little smile on his face.
That is a smackdown from behind Akin. But Suri brings the house down with that one. Oh, they like him. They like him. Suri. I like it. And I know Carla does as well.
Oh yeah, he's a very good player. So Louis, I think everything in sports world, it's getting more professional. And you know, as an athlete, you play for sure for yourself, but you also play for the team, for the stuff, for the everything. Also here in this league, look, they are there in the team. You have the stuff, you have the owner. Like, it's not just about you, it's about everything. So there is pressure, and you want to perform for everybody, for your team.
Oh, Batsuri couldn't get it through. He sets it now for Angamutu. Half-block chance again. The ball has been recycled. Here they come. Kochi get one more. Abhishek CK from the right shows his might.
Again, chiseling off towards the line, but he's fast enough to beat the block. There's a timeout. Interesting. Ahmedabad certainly protecting their 1-point lead the best they can at the back end of this set. Remember, the winner of this set will be guaranteed a point at the end of the evening, even if they lose.
And just the way things stand, because Ahmedabad have already won a set, they will finish in the top 3. They will not finish at number 4. And they will play the team that finishes at 2. Both Mumbai and Bengaluru have 1 game left, level on points. Ahmedabad will play the team that finishes at the 2nd spot at the end of the league stage tomorrow night. Only 2 more league games left after tonight. Tomorrow is the last day of the league stage of season 4 of the RR Kabul Prime Volleyball League, powered by Skapia. The semi-finals on Friday night, and then the grand finale, the night of reckoning. Sunday, the 26th of October on the Sony Sports Network and on YouTube in 6 languages. Your Sunday plans are sorted. It's the finals, baby.
Great cover. Kochi doing a good job here. They're going to get the free ball, but can they put it away? Yes, they can! Mull it back! Brings us back to 13-all. Kochi are pushing here. And they are making a very fun game of it. 2 up in the block. Heyman manages just to brush it away to the sideline. Good swing.
In this moment, taking this risk, doing full speed, sharp diagonal. Wow, respect.
13 apiece then. Big serve from Marshall, and it's now up to Batsuri to do the job. Hasn't done it. Nanda for Angamuthu. Again, the defense is alert. In comes Abhishek, can't get it through, and another error. Another error from the Ahmedabad Defenders, and that gives the Kochi Blue Spikers a set point to go 2-1 up. This is the climax of set number 3. What is up, Ahmedabad?
It's a hard match. Great defense, Nettenridge, super defense. But Zuri is taking the responsibility, putting his hands up, and he touched the net.
14-13 then, set point. Nicholas Marshall usually serves it fast and flat. I expect him to go straight to Batsuri. Here we go. Or the libero. Oh, he goes to the right, Nanda. Akin, they run the middle, hasn't worked. Akin couldn't come up with the kill. Oh, still in play. Janshat for Abhishek didn't work either. Here comes Batsuri! Was there a touch? There was. Kochi was celebrating, but scores are level.
Everyone's trying to get their decision, and then they all look at the blocker and he goes, yeah, I touched it. Let's have a look. Abhishek, I think it was touch. And look at his face on the right-hand side. That's who he knows. He knows. And it's time for another timeout. This time, Kochi saying, let's get the boys in, give them some instructions. Oh, tomorrow, everything will be decided. Mumbai and Bengaluru play for top of the league, but that game between the Kolkata Thunderbolts and the Delhi Toofans will decide who makes up the top 4. It's gone to the last match on the last day of the season. Delhi can still get their way through, so can the Thunderbolts, and so can Goa. It's crazy out there. Well, Akin, oh my days, Akin, oh my days. Just in a moment, and it's a low-risk serve. I don't know.
No explanation possible.
I got nothing. I got nothing.
15-14 then, set point. Kochi. Amal Thomas has the job to help this team go past the finish line in this third set. Here we go. Chance. Batsuri kills it. He absolutely drills it. That's such a typical Batsuri move. Very good set offer to him as well, and he doesn't disappoint. Scores level now.
Wow, between the block, and especially he's again there all matches long. You can rely on him.
That's why he's right up there in every stat. And I wasn't sure in that first game he was a bit inconsistent, but he's been so consistent since. Heyman on the left side, refusing to give an inch. Maybe third time lucky for the Kochi Blue Spikers. Angamuthu looking interesting.
Right, then Erin Verghese will come back on court for Abhishek to ensure that they do not make any further mistakes. 16-15. Erin Verghese set to serve. Another set point opportunity. Ahmedabad slightly under the pump. Kochi looking relaxed, nothing to lose. No fear. Heavily taped hands of Heyman Hemant. Big fast serve straight to Nanda. Now Batsuri again! And has been hit outside! Oh, hello then! Kochi got 2-1 up against the already qualified Ahmedabad Defenders. What is happening? I cannot for the life of me believe that Ahmedabad have allowed this to happen. Full props to the Kochi Blue Spikers for having played this refreshing brand of aggressive volleyball. They believed and they backed themselves to do the job. Can they finish their campaign on a high? 2-1 to Kochi Blue Spikers at the end of 3, back in just a bit with set number 4. Will that be the last?
Well, they keep surprising us, the Kochi Blue Spikers. 20 successful spikes, that's less, but the Ahmedabad Defenders, 15 unforced errors. That might just be what's costing them. And especially that swing at the end from Batsuri ended up costing them the set. As we have a look at the Red Bull rally of the set so far, big blocking. And Batsuri had to turn into the setter. And Nicholas is everywhere at the moment defensively, and in the end, on the right-hand side, and the shot puts it away. I love the Red Bull rallies.
Well, Kochi have the wings tonight. They've been soaring high in confidence, in execution as well. Good to see Jamshid get a game as well, despite Mohsin's impressive debut as a young setter. Jamshid is a proven performer at this level. Oh, that's not how you want to start a set. I think he says he should have hit that a little bit harder. Right, Kala? If you were a part of the Ahmedabad support staff, what would you be telling the team now and after the game?
Not too much. It's more about, you know, this little is missing, so there's not much to talk about. I think everybody is on the point, on the board, everybody knows what to do.
Yeah, and they're just not bringing it, are they? New India Assurance, if you don't bring some of the key things that you talk about, there's not much you can say. It's not quite there at the moment. new India Assurance super block, and there'll be a few more of those coming our way. As Heyman, back in the past and doing a good job. That's good bit of work. Fast, quick, a bit quicker than what we saw previously. I've been so impressed with that man this evening, and that man too.
Marshall off the net. Dhruvel with the first touch. Muthu runs the middle and it's done. Yeah, Abhinav does the job that is often entrusted to Akin in that very spot.
Yeah, they share that middle role, so Abhinav will be there when Akin's not, and then Akin will get the buried off and he'll come in and vice versa. Shanti John. I feel like we saw the best of him in the opening game of the season, and we're waiting for him to get back to that sort of level that we saw. It hasn't been there since. Kochi, they just don't know when they're beaten today, which is absolutely wild looking back through their season. I mean, their results, 3-1 loss to the Thunderbolts. They beat the Goa Guardians, which I think Goa will still be kicking themselves about looking at the league table now. You think another point, another 2 points in that game, and that table would look so different for them.
You know, Kochi lost 2 5-setters. The first one to the Blitz and then another one to the Mumbai Meteors. If they played 5 sets, it means they've competed. And they'll be kicking themselves for not being able to finish those 2 games in their favor. Because if they had, this points table would have looked dramatically different. And Kochi would have had 4 wins instead of 2. And they might well have qualified.
Did we just see a little trash talk between the teams?
Ooh, hello then. A card, a yellow card. To both teams? Or was that to specific players?
This is specifically...
Muthu says, no problem, guys. Just keep playing. Yeah. No problem, he says.
Mutu says, I should have been booked about 7 games ago. So finally, he's got the book in. Yep, you got booked, sir. Doesn't look too bothered, does he?
Well, thank God they don't run the live video feed on the big screen. Okay, you take a look at Heyman. Look at what Heyman's doing. Mischievously mocking players on the other side of the net. A push then to Nicholas Marshall. Jump shot for Erin. Was there a touch? Was there a block touch? No, there wasn't. Another point to the defenders there in set number 4.
Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily be wanting to wind down the man up. That would not be my sort of plan here, because we know they're struggling to get fired up because of the situation, so just don't give them anything to feed off. Concentrate on your own game. If you fire them up, it's going to be you and your performance that's in trouble, because at the moment at times they've been very flat. And now they're fired up. So all of a sudden it looks like we're going to 5. So maybe they should just keep their sort of opinions to themselves. The ball's off the net, the set's a little bit wide. New India Assurance super block. And that's a great super block as well. For it again. Good passing. So this is the thing for me with the defenders. I don't know if there's enough service pressure to see them through. But that's easy. It's easy money. Kabir, the super spike. And Heyman hammers it away, but his life becomes tougher if the service pressure goes up.
You know what? Mumbai are watching. Bengaluru are watching. Kolkata certainly watching. Goa watching as well. Whoever is the 4th team. Delhi watching as well. And whoever plays the defenders in the semis is getting an opportunity to gather a lot of intel on different ways to trouble Ahmedabad in that semi-final. So this strange, cold performance could cost Ahmedabad dearly in the semi-finals if they don't raise their level. This certainly isn't winning them the semi.
Yeah, definitely could. That's the one thing they didn't want to do this evening, was put themselves in a tough spot. Got to keep confidence high, they've got to try and keep taking steps in the right direction.
Chaudhry can't get one past Nicholas Marshall. Janshad now for Hemant. The libero is kept in play. Oh, well done, sub footy. Oh, beauty! Shanti is superstar, but it did not work. He almost crashed into the ball boy in the corner there. Take a look at this. Move away, little kid. And oh, just wish the response was better. You cannot touch the antenna.
India not famous for their soccer. German.
It's true. Oh yes! Right on the money! That is bullseye! That's why they're called the Blue Spikers. Incredible serve that from the Kochi Blue Spikers. A Bank of Baroda super serve. Erin Verghese, Evie Wanda. The second such Bank of Baroda super serve of the game. 7-5. Kochi in the lead, and it gets even better. They're running away with this game. Ahmedabad are being stunned, and they will have a 3-point lead as we head into an Amul cool technical timeout. Back in just a minute. Don't you go anywhere.
One way and then another, and all of a sudden that is a huge swing. I think it's a 4-point swing since that Shanti John overhead kick, as Erin is not on the top 5 servers, but tonight he should be. From Bank of Baroda, the top 5 server list. Luis Perotto out, Rohit waiting, Setu in, Abhinanth is still in, and Nanda is out there at the moment.
Incredible serving from Erin Verghese before that timeout. He continues to put pressure on that back line. Chaudhry, he has just not found his radar tonight. And I suppose they will need to get Angamuthu back on court soon.
Yeah, and maybe Patsuri as well.
And Nanda Gopal. Unless you're okay with whatever the result is. We've seen Arshak as well being given a go tonight, the number 15. Arshak Sanan, the blocker. Oh, yes! Oh, no! How high did that go? Excellent anticipation from the libero there. The ball went really high, really high.
Ouch! Right on his forehead.
Can you imagine how silly it would have looked if it had landed on the line?
Yes.
It would have looked pretty silly. I think that we're seeing Bonic saying, I'm okay if we lose this game now.
You okay?
I mean, that hurts if you get the ball in the face.
John Shah for Heyman. Gets one more in. Putting pressure. They have the rhythm tonight. Nothing to lose. Go for it. Go boom, boom, all guns blazing. Now lead by 4, just 5 away from ending their campaign with a win, the Kochi Blue Spikers. Remember, they had 4 losses and 2 wins coming into this last league game, just the way the format is, 7 league games, followed by the semis. 2 teams they've beaten are Goa and the Calicut Heroes. They ran the middle. Oh, pressure again. Ahmedabad being asked a lot of questions. Kochi have all the answers tonight, Marshall. Oh, great shot! That is a great shot! They'll all run to him. That is an incredible shot from where he was completely out of system. How does he produce that angle and the execution? Wow!
Great dig, first of all. And now have a closer look. And a good block. Far away the set. And nicely chapati hand.
French connection that from Nicolas Marshall.
As well, yeah.
Okay, hello then. 5-point lead, and out of desperation, the defenders have called for a Scapia super point. This is what's true. Hemant, ready to serve. Does he go big? Does he play safe? I think he should go big. That he does. Straight to Shanti. Now Muthu. And it's done.
Yeah, clutch play. Passes there when they need it. The serve did go big from Heyman. Great serve from Shanti John with the perfect pass in that moment. And that gets the one-on-one. It's not really the setting. The pass draws the middle blocker into the middle attack. And then Mutu can go to the outside. Very much a second 6 out there for the defenders now. I'd like to know why. But it doesn't matter. They're in the pool, comes through the middle. And now Kochi are 3 away from what would be a phenomenal victory for them here this evening. They played very well. Everything's come together for them. Nicholas has had a great game. Heymanth, Erin, the middles have worked. Janshad's been superb as well. Short serve. Oh my days, they've made a mess of it. Again, Mutu going to the middle is actually a little bit of an issue. That's not the first time that we've seen the timing of the middle out. Again, not quite early enough, not fast enough. Wonderful with that almost 3-ball serve. Now they run the pipe, and that's been seen. And now it is almost game over. Mutu looking towards the bench, almost sort of saying, where are all our guys? New India assurance. The youngsters off the bench, not quite delivering at the moment. Kochi storming towards the finish line.
6 match points. This will hurt Ahmedabad. Will they take lessons from it, or will they lose their way? That's the big question then. A win loading for Kochi. Okay, they'll wait for a bit. No problem.
Well played by Shanti Shan.
Yeah, he hit that quick, didn't he?
He needed to. There were 2 people up. Another match point.
Yeah, let's see how this one fares. It's a service error out the back. Kochi are celebrating. It's a great moment for them. Well done. Kochi finishing the season on a real high. It's a season that looks so promising. winning the opening 2 sets before Vinny Kumar was injured. After that, they lost their centre Byron, and the rest of the team have had to really club together. They have clubbed together, and they've shown some real promise, beating a team that are in the playoffs already. But Ahmedabad, I don't know what that man is going to be thinking now. Maybe a little bit more pressure towards the semi-finals. The good news is they're in there. The bad news is they haven't really performed tonight, so they haven't got a lot to go off. Will they come back stronger from this loss? We'll have to wait and see. Will this be another nail in the coffin? We'll have to wait and see. They'll be playing either Bengaluru or Mumbai. The loser of that game, you would think.
Third loss for the Ahmedabad Defenders. And that doesn't matter to the Kochi Blue Spikers, who will end their campaign on a high. This is their third win. The Kochi Blue Spikers, they come from a proud city of Kochi, but the fans have only faced disappointment. But it's so good to see, heartening scenes these, that this team has fought valiantly tonight. And they gave it their all. They played with a lot of freedom and pizzazz and chutzpah and flair and color and belief and confidence. And they've all combined today, put on a show to say goodbye to a campaign that may have not given them the trophy. But they end this campaign with a win and the promise of coming back better next season. The only set for Ahmedabad was the second one, which was a close one. But then the Kochi Blue Spikers won the big moment. They served hard as well. They served flat and fast, and they won the game. 3-1. Now then, let's find out where Ahmedabad find themselves after this third loss. They are going to finish at number 3. They have the Q to their name already. 4 wins, 3 losses. That's how it is. A positive points difference and a +2 set difference as well. The only spot left in the semis will be fought for between Goa, Kolkata and Delhi. Back in just a bit with the presentation ceremony. Stay tuned.
surprise result this evening as the Kochi Blue Spikers have defeated the Final Four bound Ahmedabad Defenders 3-1 here in Hyderabad. Kochi, well, they couldn't make their way into the semi-finals, but they could make sure they create some memories out here. And the Red Bull rally of the game here was a phenomenal one. Both teams battling, and I think this swing from Nicolas Marichal was just world class. And he's an Olympian, he's a European champion, and those things show you how and why. But the points table, 7 games for Ahmedabad, 12 points, and it'll be interesting to see tomorrow. Just one game left. Kochi up to 5th place. They're just a little bit short of Goa. So close. If you think about all those moments until now, Kochi will feel there's a lot they could have done differently.
Well, Kochi were at number 9 before this game started, now up to 5. It's slightly better to finish in the middle of the table at the end of the league. But I suppose they were lucky that Ahmedabad didn't take the court switched on. Ahmedabad looked a bit out of sorts, out of ideas, out of energy as well. You didn't see the same fire on court from Ahmedabad, barring a few moments that went their way. But you saw how Kochi competed, and they had an answer to every question that Ahmedabad asked them. They served well, they attacked well. The likes of Hemant and Nicolas Marichal and Erin Verghese as well, very switched on through and through. Nicolas Marichal was quite a force in the back row. And then those attacks from the right and the left from the Kochi Blue Spikers kept putting pressure on the Ahmedabad defense. Yes, there were a couple of moments that Ahmedabad got, especially in that second set. But then come the third set, Kochi said, all right, we're going to give you more fire. We are going to give you hell tonight. And then Ahmedabad continued to make mistakes that looked a bit strange. This was not the Ahmedabad that qualified for the semi-finals. This was an Ahmedabad that was looking a bit lost. Batsuri was, of course, very good every time Muthusami Appavu went to them. There are a few errors here and there, a few service errors as well, contributing to the Kochi Blue Spikers winning in 4 sets. And that's how it all ended for the Kochi Blue Spikers, giving them their 3rd win. And a few things to worry about for the Ahmedabad Defenders. These highlights will certainly bring a smile to every fan of the Kochi Blue Spikers.
Yeah, let's see how it was won. Less successful spikes, more errors from the defenders, that's a problem. More blocks as well, but have a look at those unforced errors, 19 to 13. I think that will be one of the main problems going into that Final Four. Ahmedabad Defenders really need to bring it in the next game, otherwise they will be done and dusted. Anyway, time to head down courtside to Sartak, who's going to lead us through the presentation.
They came in to play for their pride today. Not easy when you know you're not making it to the top 4, but they delivered, winning in 4 sets. Well done, Kochi Blue Spikers. And in this presentation party, to my right, I have Mr. Uma Mahesh, Vice President, Kotak Life Insurance, representing RR Kabil, Mr. Surya Prakash, a proud customer of Scapia, Mr. Sanjeev Shivan. Thanking our sponsors first, RR Kabil, Scapia, New India Assurance, NTPC, Bank of Baroda, Amul, Mutual Fund Sahiya, Red Bull, Cello, Costco, Net Enrich, Eakin by Paragon. And we shall start with the Scapia game changer of the match. How impressive has this experienced Frenchman been throughout season 4? Nicolas Marichal, congratulations. You are the Scapia game changer today. Consistent throughout season 4 and a much deserved Scapia game changer of the match award for you. Very well done today. Sending out a statement to all teams before they depart. And now for the RR Kabil player of the match. Not an easy season for the captain. He came in under difficult circumstances. Come on in, Erin Verghese. You are the RR Kabil player of the match. Injury concerns troubled this team. Vineet Kumar withdrew due to injury. Then Byron had to leave due to injury. But leading beautifully, Erin Verghese. Not easy, not at all easy.
Yeah.
How would you summarize this season for yourself?
We started strong in the beginning, but we had to face injuries before the main 6 players like Vinith and Baron. Later, the team stood strong. They practiced together more, and we were able to come back in the last. Even though we went out of the tournament, it was a good show in the last games. I love it.
Yes. And what would the positives be? Because there's so much that you can take from today's match. How would you want to take the learnings, the takeaways from this entire outing?
No, it was all about the teamwork. The team was struggling so much in the beginning of the season because of injuries, but everybody practiced together and they came back stronger. So the whole victory is the teamwork that they give.
Congratulations. You delivered today on your last outing, and enjoy your time off. We're looking forward to some spectacular performances in the next season from your side. Thank you. Thank you, Erin Varghese. Thank you. And now it is time to send it back to our commentators.
Well, the RR Kabir player of the match, Erin Varghese, a fine performance, especially from the service line. There was multiple runs of serves where he's hitting different areas of the court, making it very tough to play against him in reception. Deservedly, the RR Kabir player of the match this evening. Well, that man there, a European champion, Olympian, and look at the togetherness from Kochi. After all they've faced, you feel that this man here and his experience has helped hold it all together. The Skopje game changer of the match is Nicholas. Loves going away from the body, and a couple of phenomenal plays this evening. That was world class, snapping it back into the sharp angle. And then this one here, fading away in to the referee. He was special this evening, and he was the game changer. In his last game in India, sure he's enjoyed the experience, as it's very difficult not to. Well, the mutual funds Sayahe moment of the match was that man, absolutely colossal from the service line. Erin Varghese this evening, just one to the sideline, one to the cross court, one through the middle. It's very difficult to play against him when he's serving like that in that mood. Well, the last league match day tomorrow from 6:30, a top of the table battle between Mumbai Meteors and the Bengaluru Torpedoes. Who will finish top of the league? That's one story. But the second story, who will qualify? The big one, the finale. The Delhi Toofans and the Kolkata Thunderbolts both needing a win to go through. Or will it be Goa if scores go their way? Well, that's all we've got time for. Thank you so much again for your company. We'll see you again tomorrow evening.